This week's episode is all things camping. Let's go interview some campers. What's your favorite thing about camping?
Just get away from them all and get unplugged.
Nice. What about you?
Just being with him.
Ah. What's your standard procedure of making the best s'more?
Have to have the freshest marshmallows, Hershey's chocolate or Drosty's chocolate,
Ooh.
and then of course the graham cracker.
Okay.
And it works best if you've got your grandchildren there to toast those marshmallows.
Like child labor, let them do it all?
Labor, exactly.
My friend turned me on to a Reese cup, using the Reese cup and the marshmallow, and it was fantastic. I never tried before, but it was great. It's worth a try.
Yeah, gonna have to try it now.
The trick would actually be to get the coals good and hot at the end of the fire and keep the marshmallow, a few good inches away from the coals. Rotate it, accordingly, and pull it out when it's golden brown.
Yeah.
The graham and the chocolate, the marshmallow, and then the graham, and you slide it off the...
There you go. As a kid, I remember camping with my family and some friends, and my brother was by the campfire. A family friend had his marshmallow, he nuked it. It was on fire, he pulled it out, and instead of blowing it out, he shook it.
Sure.
And it flew off the coat hanger or what it was and landed on my brother's thigh. It was like napalm.
And it's still there.
We just added chocolate to it and nibbled around it. What's some good tips about camping with friends? Who wants to go first?
We travel in 2 campers.
Yeah. We traveled in one.
We started traveling in one and like, we gonna need another camper.
I have a little space.
Yeah, you got a good team here.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to introduce another couple of like,
Oh,
We did that once too.
yeah. Well, we've tried it
Didn't work out.
twice.
they didn't make the cut. So was it like,
Their family.
right, like they came and then once they left, they were like, y'all got together and like,
We're like, we're not doing this again.
throw them off the island.
Our most recent is when the dog was barking, and a camping neighbor went and knocked on another camper's door and said, "Can you shut your dog up?"
In so many words. Words that were shared that we could hear from across the campground.
Well, what area was that? Was that here in Tennessee or?
No,
That was in Georgia.
There you go, Georgia. Clean it up. Now, do you have, any of you all have a crazy critter story?
Well, we were playing cards in Outer Banks, and we looked up in a tree, and there was a big snake.
Trust in me.
So we started throwing stuff to see if it was alive or not, and it never moved. And I'm petrified of snakes. Started playing cards, and we looked up, and it's gone. Because I worry about it getting in my slides, and when you shut your slides,
Yeah.
coming in.
I always want to take a stick and poke it.
Oh,
You gotta
well,
poke it.
Kids were young. We had a skunk come visit us in a pop-up.
Ah, un petit femme skunk.
Did it come into your?
Almost. It was right at the stairs of the pop-up trailer. And of course, the kids were young. The youngest one didn't really know that you shouldn't pet the skunk.
My wife tells a story where my father-in-law was sprayed by a skunk.
Ugh.
Yeah, and then he had to be hosed off in the yard.
Who are you?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
And probably lived in the yard for maybe 48 hours.
I hate I missed that.
I hate to say it, but sometimes it's the neighbors.
One time we were up in Indiana camping, and the guy was first time he ever had his camper at the dump site. All I heard was shoot, and all his brown water was on the ground. He missed the dump site.
So we were at Laura Walker State Park.
In Georgia.
In Georgia. It always seems to be Georgia. Hello, you listening? We were walking to the bathrooms, and this gentleman went into the restrooms butt naked.
Calling the police. Hello? Yes, this video right here. Jail time.
And my wife and a few other people witnessed him completely
sitting by the campfire.
completely in his birthday suit, walking past into the women's restroom. That was a
Georgia.
fun one. In Georgia.
Wow.
From Georgia.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Ranger Rick here again to give you some camping tips. Good safety ones too. Remember, nature is your friend until it's not. Let's get started. Step 1, pitching your tent. Gary, that's gross. Sorry. Just get it. This bad boy only took me 3 hours and 2 YouTube tutorials and an extra 45 minutes. You could probably do it in double that, but with Ranger Rick's tips, you'd at least did it in half. This beautiful, luxurious tent will hold 2 people comfortably, as long as one of them's not your mom, Gary. No, she really couldn't fit. Step number 2 from Ranger Rick, campfires. You always need 3 things to start your campfire. 1 is wood, 2, lighter, and 3 is a ranger to start the fire for you. Safety always comes first, and fire is no joke. Sometimes it takes a couple. You gotta get it in. You know, the forecast is supposed to be a nice day. I think it's 60 degrees all day. And the moon does put off a good bit of heat, so fire is really just for aesthetic purposes. Let's go on and move to step 3. Ranger Rick with tip 3 is something nobody wants to speak on, but everybody needs to know. Pooping in the woods, talking about the mudslide, the log jam, peanut butter Skittles, the Caboose's Tootsie Roll, the brown trout, the OG trail mix. For my foreigners, butt dumplings. To be unburdened by what has been. The most important thing is location, location, location. You don't want to dig your dookie hole too close to where you're camping. Nobody wants to step in a hole full of their Brunswick stew. If you're wondering what to wipe with, remember, leaves are nature's toilet paper. But make sure you know your plants. You wipe with poison ivy, that is a memory that sticks with you forever, and everyone in scratching distance. Remember that old song? 3 leaves make your butthole scream. No, it's a ring of fire. That's right. Johnny Cash. That's why he wrote that song. Wiped his butt with poison ivy. Probably why he wore all black. Too many pooping accidents, I guess. That's not official. You can't quote me on that. Shut up, Gary. Last but not least, remember the wildlife. Bears like snacks just as much as you do. And if you share your s'mores, they'll probably want to stay around for breakfast. But seriously, if you see a bear, play dead. Unless it's your friend Gary dressed up in a bear costume, pranking you again. You just yell, "Not today, Gary!" I bought the doggone costume. I don't know what he's thinking. I know what it looks like. What are we looking at? Looking at you in that bear costume. More? Follow these tips and you might survive. Gary, get the camera. I think that's fair. Unless it's maybe a bear in a bear costume. I don't know. Just get out of here.
Hey there. If you're anything like me, you're always worried about those curveballs life's throwing us and how to deal with them. Don't worry, I'm not talking about that underground bunker I definitely didn't build in my parents' backyard. But something small and portable that'll help you survive everyday life. That's why we created this, the PPP, the perfect predicament fudgesicles. Predicament, what's it called? The perfect predicament pouch. As easy to say as it is to use. Take out one of our patented dehydrated cubes, add a little bit of water, and watch your problems melt away. Maybe you're out hiking and you got a little rummy in that tummy, feeling a little hungry? The PPP to the rescue. Can openers not included. Having trouble with those pesky taxes? Use the PPP to get you a CPA. Possible side effects, rashes, and audits. And don't just take my word for it. Listen to some of our PP people. Oh wait, no, don't use that one.
The perfect predicament pouch helped me survive a gender reveal party.
When I was born, I had this weird gene that made me bald as a mole rat. But thanks to PPP, now I have hair everywhere.
The PPP, so much easier than that survival bunker. But it's good it's there. For when the lizard people reveal themselves.
He doesn't care. He's the lowest with the curves.
love camping. Being out here with nature and all.
So peaceful and quiet. It's relaxing.
To unplug from the hustle and bustle of things.
So nice. You know, I do miss having the kids. When they were so little and they had their little sleeping bags and their little weenie roasts and their tiny little marshmallows.
That was awful. No, we had a simple pop-up tent, and every time it rained, and then the roof of the tent would have the condensation on it, and inevitably I had to touch it, and then it would rain on us inside the tent. We'd get drenched, had to pack up and go home. Everyone was crying. It was the worst.
Well, you were the worst for doing that.
Well, you know what the best thing is chips and salsa, my friend. Where's the salsa?
Oh, I just brought the chips.
I'm not a barbarian. I have to have salsa with my chips.
You don't have to have salsa. Just eat the chips.
Go to the store.
I don't want to go to the store. We're all the way out here. I don't want to go all the way to the store to get you salsa.
Fine, I'll go.
Can you pick up some sour cream?
Remember, nature is your friend until it's not.